Okay, now let's talk about import and from import. Let me just quickly create a new file. Let me just call it new file. Okay, and let's see what we can do here. Python gives you multiple ways to import from a module. You can import the whole module, import specific names, or import everything. Each approach has different trade-offs for readability and namespace management. From module import name lets you use name directly without the module prefix. Using as creates an alias, handy for long module names. Avoid import in large projects as it can cause name collisions. Now let me just give you a quick example. Let me just import a module. You can create your own modules as I created it. In front of you, you could see three modules: main.py, new.py, and made.py. Okay, and in the main.py file, you could see here I imported the module math, and I you know import all the functions variables which were written in the math module. Now here let's learn something new. Now let me just import the module math. Okay, this is a module, and what does it mean? It means import whole module. Okay, and whatever as in this module are imported. And let me just print. Okay, and let me just use, you should always use the name of the module. So the name of the module is math here. Okay, and let's say that you want to find the square root of 25. Okay, sqrt, and just insert the number. And now let me just add the comment: must use math dot prefix. Don't forget to use the name of the module that you have imported. If you don't use the name of the module and you don't put the dot, it will not work. Okay, it will collapse. So you could see that the square root of 25 is 5, and from here I imported the square root. I imported it from the math module. Now if I want to import specific names, then what should I do? From, then I'm going to use the word from math module, import square root 5. Okay, and what does it mean? You can import as many names, as many functions, as many variables as you want to. It depends on your needs. It depends on the context and the problem. Import specific names. And now when you import the specific names, then you don't have to use the name of the module. You don't have to use math now because you have already import the names of the functions, the constants, whatever you call it. So you have to use the names, not the name of the module when you import the names. Okay. So instead of using friend math dot square root, you are going to use now just square root, sqrt, and let's say, let me just write 36. Okay, now if I run it, You could see that I could see square root of 36. And you shouldn't use math dot square root here because you have already imported the names now. Because that is not needed. Okay, if you import the names, then you should use just the names and simplify things for yourself, not just to add extra things. Okay, and if you want to import phi, then you just have to use print, and you just have to insert phi and just run it. And you can see that 34144, the value of the phi has been imported. Now there are other important things that you need to remember. And when you import the names, you should remember one thing, that uh, no prefix needed. No prefix needed. Sometimes you just want to, simplify things for yourself. Like there might be function names and other things, constant names, which may be, lengthy. So you can use a shortcut for that. And let me just explain it to you, and it's really helpful. Now if I want to import uh, the module numpy, then I can use np, which is a shortcut. But if I don't use as, then I have to write numpy, the complete name of the module. Okay, so if I don't want to use numpy all the time, then simply I just have to use np, and I represented it as np. So instead of using a numpad, then I had to use just np. And let me just add a comment here, common, and alias pattern. Okay, so now let me just write a variable. Okay, and np dot array, and let me just print it, or let me just write something in it. Okay, some array one, let's say 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now if I want to print it, print, let's see what happens. And if you just print it, okay, you could see that it says that I have installed the package, so I'm going to install the package. And to do that, I have to come here to Python packages, and I have to search numpy, and here I have to install my packages. Okay, this is just for your understanding. Okay, I install the package, and I have to also correct this mistake. This is array, so it was this typing mistake. Now I have to run it, and you could see that my output is 1, 2, 3. So instead of using the whole name of the module, I am using np. Okay, one more thing that I want to teach you is that if you want to import from math, okay, math is module, and from math I want to import everything, every every function, every constant, everything. Then you just have to use the flow, static, the static import everything for you. Okay, now instead of using math dot, you'll just have to use the name of the function, the name of the class, the name of whatever uh, you need. So just let me just use the flow. Uh, let me just use print, and let's use flow, and 349. So let's see what happens, and you can see you will get 3 here. You can also use square root here instead of writing from. Let me just show you. Instead of just math dot square root, from math import square root pi, Okay, you just have to write, square root. Here we have written square root in pi, but if you use static, you don't have to, import square root pi and those sort of things. All just, import it from the module. So import everything, but you just have to avoid it because it is not that helpful. However, sometimes you may need it. Works and does works, but the problem is it pollutes namespace. So I think that's enough for this video. See you in the next.